Afternoon to ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon to respected judge, and a very warm thank you to my worthy opponents for having me here today. I am Sonai Fartial of class 9, standing in front of you all to express my views on the topic women empowerment. But, before beginning, I would like you all to imagine what if you all were women for one day? How your life would be different, what difficulties you will face, and what privilege you will enjoy. Now, you might be thinking why I asked this question to you all. Because we can't find a solution unless we put ourselves into the problem. India, known for being beautiful and rich in culture, and that Indian culture only gives the utmost respect to the women. Many of our gods are female, and they have been worshipped as deities with many of the faithful people in India. The goddess of wealth is Lakshmi, the goddess of power is Durga, and the goddess of wisdom is Saraswati. Women were always the epitome of wealth, wisdom, and power. Women, not just this much, also play a very important role in society. They play the role of mother, teacher, cook, housewife, at the same time nourishing all the needs of other family members. Women who are at jobs also have to fulfill the responsibility of jobs as well as their family. Remember that women's life is not easy, it's hard, but they get very less or no appreciation for it. We have to remember that appreciating women is not a bad thing, but we are motivating her to do her best. In my opinion, the biggest hindrance in women's growth and advancement is gender inequality. And you know what? I think the concept of feminism also came from here because people felt the need to come and talk about women's poverty and opportunities in the society. But many people think that feminism and women empowerment is not a good thing. It's because they have been taught wrong or have made different scenarios in their minds. And it's okay, I'm not blaming them for that. But you know what? There's one quote who states about women empowerment and feminism very beautifully and simply. And that quote says, I don't want women to have power over men, but to over themselves. You know how deep and simple this quote is, but its meaning, it's very deepful. And we have to know that gender equality should be erased if we want women empowerment to come. Not just this much. Physical abuse is the biggest taboo in Indian marriages, and women think that women do not come for their rights in society and in public who have gone through physical abuse in their marriages. Why? Because they do not feel empowered. Why? Because of us only, who do not think that women empowerment is not an important thing. We think it's as a threat. That what if she do more better than me? No, it's not like that. Remember that women empowerment was not about men versus women, but it is about them working together for changing the game for the next generation. And you know what's the best part of thing is? I want to be the generation who people look up to and say, hey, look, they changed the game for us. And I hope you all wanted to be that generation too. Right? Women need to empower themselves while being strong with their minds and think of their minds. As people are modifying and we are living in a 21st century where people are opening their minds to new concepts like LGBT and other things, and they have been also encouraging women empowerment. But still, there are some people or dark corners of the room where the lights have not reached, and the orthodox thinking of people made them realize that women empowerment should not come because they think that women will do better than them. They have a threat in their mind. Why you're taking women as your competition? They are not your competition. They are your wife. They are your mother. They are not a competition, but a responsibility. Your responsibility to come up for their rights. Look, women empowerment is not about men versus women, or it's not about just women coming up and saying, it's for my right. I want this opportunity. No, it's the responsibility of each man, each boy, and each male to come for his wife, mother, or friend in the society. She is my mother, she is my wife. You need to give her the respect you gave to me. So remember that if gender equality would be there would be no women empowerment. So we have to think we should give the same respect, opportunity, and power to women as we are giving to men. Look, women power will not come in a day, but it will obviously come one day. And you know the best part of it? I'm not waiting for that day because I'm gonna make that day with all of you. And thank you for at the last I'm going to say thank you for being the best audience I've ever received, and that's all for me.